pretty useful, but don't make it too big because otherwise the text will soon create multiple lines instead of one single line with people's message. You can also go to settings and then change the theme here. For example, custom deletes the background and only shows you the text, which can be useful to show it on top of your game, and the white theme right here just changes the background to white. Now I'm gonna change it to dark chat to make it easy to see. Once you did this, you click on save on the top right, you give it a name, for example Twitch chat in my case, you click on save, and then on the top you will see copy overlay URL. Just click on that and this will be the URL that will display this chat. So now I can close this browser window. Let's reposition things. So this was my Twitch chat, this is the YouTube pop-out chat, and then the thing we did now works for Twitch and for Facebook. And if you want to get it as a separate window, there are two ways to do it. First of all, you can go to view docs and then custom browser doc, and then here you can write Twitch chat, for example, and then paste the URL in the second column. Now click on apply and that will create a separate window right here that you can also position in OBS Studio by doing it like this, but you can also pop it out and then rescale it a bit, and then you can overlay this on top of your game, because that's the thing I'm gonna show you right now. Just to show you that it works, when we type something in the Twitch chat, which we've added before, you will see it appearing right here. So one more time to recap everything. This is the recent events and this works for everything. It's on Stream Elements, it's the activity feed. I've explained this. This is the same for everything. If you stream on Twitch, you can just log in OBS Studio and then go to view docs, and then right here go click on chat, and that's this separate window. If you stream on YouTube, you just pop out the YouTube chat in your studio and that will show it right here. And then this is the Stream Elements chat overlay, and this works for Facebook and for Twitch. So I'm gonna continue with the Twitch chat and the Stream Elements activity feed, which will work for everything. And to show this on top of your game, you need to download a program called See-Through Windows. Just search for it on Google and then the first link will be the program. Scroll down to the bottom and then download it for Windows. Here you will probably have a 64-bit system. Just click on it, go through the installation, and when you're finished you will find it right here. Now keep in mind that when you click it, it will open in the background. So you need to click on this arrow and then this is the program. You can right click and exit it, which you need to do every time you want to close the program, since it goes to here when you close the interface, or you can click on options, which is what we are gonna do right now. Now by default this hotkey combination will be something different. I chose for Ctrl P because that never interferes with my game, but you can do whatever you want. Just enable the modifiers and then choose one letter or one function key, etc. And when you click on preview transparency, then this window will become the transparency that you've selected right here. So this way you can easily test what you would like. Don't make it too transparent because otherwise your chat will go to the background on your game. So just make it something like this. This usually works. Then make sure that these two checkboxes are enabled. Disable the preview transparency, and after that, when you know your hotkey combination, you can just close this, since it will stay open right here in the background. So let's go back a bit right now, and right now it isn't clickable, it isn't selectable, it's just staying there as you see on top of any program. When I open my browser, for example, it will stay on top of everything. You can do the same thing for this right here. Ctrl P in my case, also not clickable, and this is perfect. Now keep in mind, if you want to get the window back, since this is part of OBS Studio, right? This is the Twitch doc that we added in OBS Studio right here, but if you disable the chat and then you enable it again, it will still be transparent. So the only way to get rid of it is to close the program, which will disable the power it had over these windows. Now there is one extra thing that's really important for when you're gaming, so I'm gonna position it right here. Let's make it a bit smaller. Ctrl P, then let's place the chat right here. I have a wide screen, so I have a lot of space on my screen, so I can just make it a bit bigger here, and then I'm just gonna launch my game. Now something really important, you can't close OBS Studio or minimize it, because then the browser docs that you undocked in OBS will also disappear on your screen. So just open OBS Studio, but then go to your game, because that way it will stay perfectly on top of your game. Now the one thing that was important that I needed to show you is that you need to set your game to windowed mode. It can be borderless windowed, it can be windowed full screen, no matter what it's called, but when you make it full screen and then you click on apply, then you will see that the windows will disappear on the background because it can't overlay on a full screen game. So just keep that in mind. But besides that, it's extremely useful to be able to see who follows or who subscribes to you and then read the chat while you're in game with one monitor. This is amazing that this is possible, and I think this is gonna be a really big help to a lot of you out there. Now, if this video was helpful, I would really appreciate it if you would like it, because it helps a lot in the YouTube algorithm. Every time you press the like button, my video shows up on someone else's homepage. If you want more content like this, then subscribe to my channel, and besides that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a nice day.